365. Shake my hand. Good morning. Listen, it's going to be a very short video. It's been triggered by a message I just was sent. I got sent a message from, I guess, someone who's seen some of my stuff, but they like all human beings, you make up your own mind. You do what you want, right? So I can't stop laughing. So I'm assuming I'm gonna laugh. And if I do laugh, please note it's really not personal. I'm not laughing at this person. I am just laughing at the general logic, right? The decay that I see all the time in the markets. Have you guys seen this show, Squid Game? It's quite popular. I haven't watched it. I have no time to really watch series. I actually go through a massive series festival in January and in March. So those are my months of December. So December, I work flat out. I take 10-day break in December because I have to for family. But generally speaking, I work year to year, so that's March to March. So my December is in March. Anyway, so that's when I watch a lot of TV shows. But there's this thing that I've kind of like noted to watch, in Jan or Christmas or next year March, and it's been I'm sorry. Anyway, this show is popular. All right, so it's about a game. Look, okay. First of all, I told you guys to buy and hold. I mean, Tesla. Come on, man. So this is actually the point of this video. You've got someone like me, and it's not just me. There are a lot of good people out there who make very good trade calls, who study supply and demand, who understand how markets work, who have become, financially competent in fundamental and technical analysis, and then they run programs. And you don't want to do the program, right? You don't want to. What's my wealthy in 3 years program is $10 per month. I don't know what you want from, and it gives you these type of trade calls. Look at this. This is the most craziest. The stock is 2x. As a shareholder, but as a trade, you can imagine if you had Tesla open at 0.1 as a trade, the contribution to your account, the contribution to your trading account. What about 0.2? What about at a standard lot size? And this was given, by the way, in the free public Telegram signals group, right? But anyways, you get people like that who follow me and know this stuff because they're inside all my free groups and they watch the YouTube channel and all that stuff. And I appreciate you, but you don't want to join the Wealthy in 3 Years program. And then you jump into the hype. So I guess Squid, I didn't even know these guys at a crypto coin. Check this out, check the Squid. And this is what we call pulling the rug. So I'm going to go to Uniswap, right? Let's just go to Uniswap or, right, let's just go with the first option, but I'm so sorry. I need to edit this video. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't mean to laugh, but come on, man. You don't buy the hype. This is not even okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. So someone bought this because Squid was hyping, and this thing has just gone to zero. I can't find anything valid. It's going to zero. I wanted to do a technical analysis breakdown, but I don't even think it's worth it. Oh God. All right, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Right. So in crypto markets, right, this is called pulling the rug. When someone creates a fake coin, and as soon as investors come in, right, they kind of like just close, take everything and go and bounce, right? So in stocks, you want to see a pattern like this, and I talk about this in my remote course in module 1. I can't remember which fold it is, module 1, week 3 or week 4. We call these Talitha areas. Talitha areas are known for insider trading. So this sideways movement, or what a normal trader would consider a range or market consolidation, is when there was a moment in time in this particular stock where there was insider movement, right? Insider buying specifically because they knew it was about to go up, right? So they probably used the hype. I mean, this didn't happen last year, guys. This happened a few days ago, right? About $3.3 million was taken from investors. Who are these investors? Well, people want to buy the hype. People don't want to study. People don't want to learn, or at least find someone who's trustworthy enough. Some people get scammed, not because they're lazy, but because the scammers are really good. The scammers are really good. Anyways, they created a hype from This is about a week ago, 26, they managed to get 3.3 million US dollars. This token kind of had a good bullish movement. I would have never bought into this. You are far much more better investing in a meme coin. You are far much more better buying Doge and Shiba. If you're willing to risk your money on something so silly, you might as well just buy meme coins, right? And this thing really did spike up. And a lot of people thought, oh my God, this makes a lot of sense. It's bullish. But yeah, insider buying, you see the zones here that I just drew, insider buying, you'll never know when insider selling starts. And insider selling was so violently dropped. They took everything. So this is what you call pulling the rug under investors, right? So a lot of people have lost everything, millions and millions of dollars. And that's not why I was laughing. I was laughing at the chat pattern and also at the fact that I'm going to keep showing up for you every single day, you know, just to help you. But you can't make such blunders with your money. And if you do make such blunders with your money, don't you dare go out and say stocks or Forex or crypto is a scam, right? Your greed got the better of you. The hype culture got the better of you. Your lack of discipline got the better of you. I don't mean this in any disrespectful manner, but you, sir or ma'am, who always gets the better off by these small-term things, short-term gains, overnight millionaire success, you are the scam. You are practically scamming yourself. And there'll be a pro scammer who, when you scam yourself, will take your money, right? So this is what's happened here. This thing has gone down to zero as it should have, right? There is no project behind. It's just a cool show. And again, I've just Googled because my partner wants to watch Squid with me at some point. It's a gaming show. And the actual game was played on a lot of investors. You lost the game here. All right. So I don't want this video to be about this, but just so you know, Wealth 3 in 3 Years program, the November financial stock crypto notes drop on the 7th, this Friday. When is the Friday? It's always within the first 7 days of the month. Today is Wednesday. I just want to check the date. So Friday would be 2 days from on the 5th. So between the 5th and the 6th and the last day, the 7th. So this coming weekend, I am dropping my financial notes, explaining to you which stocks, which crypto coins are going to 5x in November, December that I am interested in putting money in. The link is just on this caption, on this video, in the description box somewhere. It is literally $10 US per newsletter on a month-to-month basis. And I give you crypto tokens that 5x, 10x, 100x all the time. Stocks that you can hold for the next 3 to 5 years to actually build your wealth. Not the stuff. Stop wasting money on the stuff. But while I have your attention, if I could just quickly show you one more chart, natural gas. Natural gas. I'm gonna show you the mistake I made. I don't know if it's a mistake, right? So you guys might have seen me hold the natural gas for a while. I was in a natural gas trade. It was going very well. It was beautiful. I loved it. You can see the auto arrows I bought here on my live account, and then I took profits up there. And there's a reason for that. I buy at demand. I take profits at supplies. If you're new to me, to my course, sorry, you just took the remote course. You're still trying to complete the live classes with me, which we should finish, God willing, next week or this week. This, you know, just depends on this power cuts. Understand what I mean by when you start to trade, I want you to target daily demand, daily supply, daily demand, daily supply, daily demand, daily supply. This will help you develop that long-term swing. So there are some swings that you guys see me do where I hold trades for 3 months, 6 months, etc., etc. Those long-term swings, you don't start with those because of trading discipline, trading psychology, and also because of the inability to assess market conditions correctly. While you've done the trading course and you understand supply and demand, it's very important you understand the journey of price. So now let's look at this entry that I took. I want to see if I can validate why I bought here. So this is H4 daily, right? So this was a bullish asset. I mean, I did do a lot of reviews. We spoke about this, you know, a couple of times. This was a very strong bullish asset. This is what it looks like on the daily time frame. So if I took a buy all the way down here, it was because I was targeting this area, right? So let's look at that bullish engulfing pattern. If you're in my remote class, you know I've been talking about these for the longest inside my trader's edge. So I saw, okay, beautiful, fresh touch areas of value. We've covered these rules in our module 1. So markets hit here. I didn't waste time. I took the buy. Markets came up here. Look at this bearish engulfing pattern, right? So daily demand to daily supply, daily demand to daily supply. quickly made sure I had a cleaner area of value on the H4 time frame. I shared screenshots. It's all over our Facebook page. If you just scroll a little bit back, you'll see me holding this trade from 15 minutes, H4, H1, showing different perspectives. Eventually, I broke even, and then I held my trade all the way up to that sell area there, that bearish engulf, and I let price touch once, fresh touch. I knew this. So this is the point of the video. If you know your areas of value are going to give you a fresh touch and a retest, you must use that to your advantage. You see how price hit a fresh touch here? You guys see this, right? So let's go back to the daily time frame. You see, if you're to you see this red line, you see this little red line that I have here. I hope I'm sharing the right screen. I hope people didn't disappear after they heard me laugh and someone got offended. I didn't mean to offend you, but some things, I used to laugh at all my bad trades, 3 years ago. They were laughable, right? I hope this entire time I've been sharing my screen, and I hope you can see what I've been talking about. But anyways, here it is. So this is the, generally speaking, the supply that I was looking at from the beginning of time, right? And I obviously could have exited somewhere here, but this would have cut my profits a little bit shorter. So I did a multiple time frame analysis, and I knew when to target. And this was obviously on the smaller time frames, H4, H1, but H4 is good enough if you're just starting. H4 to H4 within a daily is good enough for your first 3 to 6 months of trading. Don't argue with me, just trust the process. Trust the process. I know social media people are going to be claiming they made 3,000 pips and $7 billion on the 15-minute time frame. I know that. I know the game. Ignore those liars. Trust the process. Focus on you. Focus on growing your account. Just be obsessed with process, not profits. Process. What's process? Daily to daily. That's the process I'm referring to. H4 within daily, H4 within daily. Anyways, so you see this red line, right? I knew that markets have to make a fresh touch. So markets do make a fresh touch. Could have panicked, right? You see now how it looks on the H4, that little area. So I found a bearish engulfing pattern in the H4 inside the bearish engulfing pattern on the daily. I'm marking where smart money is going to most likely turn, right? Because if they turn, I don't want to be in the trade. So they make a fresh touch. It's clear, if I bought here and only exited there, that auto trade, the red arrow, it's clear that I was holding this trade. And I realized that the fresh touch was going to drop price. Trading psychology would require me to trust the process or exit. Okay, you could have simply exited. That's also fine. In fact, it's safer. It was safer for me to exit, but I thought they would actually use this demand here to bounce back up for a retest. Now, if you come to my classes, we know that fresh touch gives us a run, gives us that lead, that smart money is about to move. The retest runs longer. So as soon as the fresh touch layer, I made sure I get as many profits. You can see I added another short buy term order, big lot size, very tiny pips, and then boom, market sold off here and I got out. Why? Because it was no longer viable for me to hold the buy trade. It's still a buy profile asset. This is what I want. This is the whole point of this video is I should have gotten in. So as soon as price leaves, this is something that I'm starting to teach myself. Once I have, let's say I've got 3 buy positions. So a natural gas, I think I just had 1. But let's say if I had 2, what I would have done is I'd have taken profit right there. Trade number 2, I'd have either put it on break even. If I put on break even, I'd have created a new buy limit order immediately on the same area of value. Why? Because the same thing needs to happen where I bought and I just forgot or I got distracted. If this area is going to give me a fresh touch retest, if you look carefully, this area of value here that we drew up on the daily needs to give me the same thing, must give me fresh touch retest. And because it's a buy profile asset, or it is a bullish trend. So when we talk about bullish trends, we're talking about, well, where is natural gas going, right? So if I show you on TradeView, it might be better for you. But anyways, the prognosis for natural gas, when I did the analysis in our class and when I talked to you guys on social media, natural gas is going up for a very long time. So it's just that it's painfully difficult to show it to you on this on the broker platform, right? Because it doesn't scroll down where you want. But if we quickly go to TradeView on natural gas, I can quickly kind of like show you. This video is getting a little bit longer. I'm really trying to clip my long education content, but also make short videos for you on a day-to-day basis, right? So if you look at this, fire, Right, so this was the analysis that was done on the daily before I went to go execute on my live trading platform. All right, so this was where I bought somewhere here. There's another daily demand zone at the bottom, which will be where I'm going to plug pending orders, right? I have no choice now but to wait for that drop. But originally, you can see, I believe prices to come all the way up there. If we go to the daily time frame, this is what it looks like, right? So markets have not arrived at their destination. I want to understand how we know about destination. The remote course, the link is down below, guys. 67% discount, sort of paying $300 for everything, trading course, lecture notes, over 60, I think it's 90 hours of lecture series, me walking through my system, back testing it with you, explaining things with you, my traders ed, free access to module 3, trading, blah, 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 blah. All for $100 for the first 100 people. And there's still a bit of room. I won't even lie. It's not like, you know, people are running. So yesterday, about 35 people had gotten it. So there's still about 60 something places left. If you want that, up to you. Right, but look at this way. So this is where I believe price is going according to my analysis, right? So if that's the case, and you're learning to trade supply and demand, and trade one has worked. So let's go back to the live account. We know that trade one worked. Trade one did well. Natural gas actually did phenomenally well, right? I moved it from one daily demand to a daily supply. So this is what I want to add. And I think I'll bring this up again in tonight's live classes if I remember, right? Markets then literally, when they were coming back down for the retest, which I knew would be the actual sell-off point, you can see where price turned, right? Because don't forget, your analysis is telling you that you know where price is going. The original long-term perspective is obviously not down here. There's a greater target all the way up there, the one that I just showed you on trade. Let's just mark it as somewhere here. So I should have then prepared myself to buy again. Right, I should have been woke enough as soon as this buy order left and I had a second buy position to break even or to take profits. I should have had a new buy limit order here, because the reality is this is a new turning point. Supply and demand number 5. Look at on the daily time frame what we've marked up. Prices dropped and created itself a new rally point, right? So, you know, it was a perfect opportunity to buy again. The markets might not come back to this lower buys because it might be in a rush to go up. So it might be, I should be in my second long-term hold for price, right? The first swing on natural gas seems to have started somewhere here on the 19th of October, 2021 at 12 p.m. And I seem to have sold somewhere there on the 28th of October, 8 a.m. So that's when I took profits. I normally always review just before the London session. So clearly in that morning, I decided, you know what, it's going to be a sell day. Let me close my trades. And it was, I was right. It was a long-term sell day. But now look at this, markets are buying up again, right? And price could stop here, for example. Right, this could be a bandage, right? Remember, if you really think about it, this supply at the top has now gone through our mirror glass effect. I hope you understand that. I hope you know it. So this could be a good profit target. If you're natural gas right now between day to day, nice swing, clean swing. But if you're looking at the bigger picture, the daily time frame, your perspective is way different, right? My perspective would be, wait a minute, this is the daily supply right here. Okay, this is the daily supply. If that's the daily supply, then markets have gone halfway through, class effect. So would this be the demand that could break price through, right? So that's another, you know, perspective. But normally when you see bullish engulfing into bullish engulfing or supply into supply, we call that a bandage, right? Markets are trying to retain as many sell orders in this area. So price will still go up, but they're going to delay it quite a bit. 365, guys, just to keep this video short, I'll end it off here. Trade smart, trade wise. Do not forget everything I told you on Sunday. This is the week where retail traders will lose the most money. Markets are about to shake things up today at 2:15. Forex Factory today at 2:15, we're going to have ADP. ADP, which is like the precursor to NFP. You have to kind of like by now have heard me talk about this many times. Retail traders think the big trade is NFP on Friday, but there's actually a bigger trade, or at least there's this. So markets are expecting 400K jobs to have been created in the economy. That's going to drop today at 2:15. But tonight, while we have class, if there's no load shedding, Powell is talking, right? We were expecting some announcement of a taper. I was explaining to a 365 student that I bumped into yesterday. Shake my hand, see it. It was really good to see you, brother. That you might not get the tapering tonight. You might get an announcement of the tapering. Then the tapering will start, you know, anyway between the second week of November till about the last week or second week of December, something like that. But price could rally off that, right? Remember, if the taper is given, we're going to see our dollar rallies. And you will notice that all the trades that we're in right now, Euro USD, Pound USD, all those trades are just chilling, man. They're starting to consolidate, breaking out to the upside, maybe to create a new high for the day before dropping. I don't know. But markets are now very, very cautious. So if you watch this before 2:15, this is a good time to break even, a good time to take profits, a good time to take risks if you want, if you know what you're doing. But trade-wise, guys, trade-wise, please don't do this kind of stuff. You will lose your money and you'll hate markets and you'll blame markets. There are so many viable, amazing stuff, right? Wealthy in 3 Years program is an investment vehicle, right? You don't send us your money. I just send you my financial notes and you go do what if you want, I just tell you what I'm doing for myself and my corporate clients. And if that's good for you, you can go place those trades. The remote course teaches you everything, how to trade, how to structure, and both these things are incredibly low prices. 365. Have a beautiful day. Cheers.